What is the best response to why are you so quiet? I prefer to listen. Interesting username. It's time to be at the kids. Nothing strange to me. What are you talking about? I've been speaking for the last 5 minutes. This is actually true for me. People don't listen then wonder why I don't talk. So much this. I've told people that their pet is dying in 3 unrelated incidents and was ignored despite several attempts. I wasn't in any position to do anything myself for different reasons. You've witnessed the deaths of 3 different pets on 3 different occasions. Plot twist, he poisoned their pets. I saw a really great answer to this one the last time it was asked. I was raised by librarians. What is best in life? To read your enemies. To see them written before you. And to shush the lamentations of their women. Conan the librarian. Trample the speak. Hurdle the red. Attila the hush. Stares. Stare intensifies. Gazing engaged. Match found. Unzips. Starts putting on Crocs. Hi, I'm Dad. Hi Dad. I'm quiet. Wait. You can see me? Shrugging. Shrug like Ray in Bruges. What if hell was just being in beeping Bruges? Because I wasn't talking. This is a great response. I'm gonna steal it. Don't use this response in an actual conversation. If someone is asking you the question in good faith, this response can come back as passive-aggressive and socially awkward. No. For sure I'm using it if that good faith isn't present. I understand that outgoing people ask this to make sure people are having a good time. It's just that some people, don't. Fair enough. Russia sent me here to listen. Not talk. In a Russian accent. If possible. The vodka icing on the cake. JA/German. /Russian. /Canadian. A penetrating. Silent stare. _ Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Nice. You don't ask me questions. The only honest answer. People who ask this are always the ones who don't know how to be inclusive in a conversation. Especially when they're talking about something I know nothing about, like what do they want me to say? You're at a party with people who mostly all know each other but don't know you. They all work together. And are talking about that with each other. The few times you do try to break into the conversations, they act weird as if you interrupted, so you stop trying and sort of zone out. Nobody asks how you know the host or anything about yourself. Later on, whoever invited you to the party comments on how quiet you were all night, and you're supposed to explain yourself without admitting their friends were boring and unfriendly. You interrupt and you're viewed as pushy and annoying. You don't say anything unless approached. And people say you're quiet and standoffish. Eventually you just have to safe beep it and start doing things differently. Regardless of how you're perceived. A wise old owl lived in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like that wise old bird? I wish I didn't give away my free silver award to YIFF. It's like you always find something better in the next 5 minutes. Excuse me, what did you give your silver award to? XD. In other words, furry porn. It's probably worth it XD. T was indeed. Still wish I gave it to this though. I enjoy listening to you. You have such great ideas. Works every time. I would have such a hard time delivering that line with a straight face. People know it's flattery but they don't give a F. They really like it. Busy planning world domination. No one plans a murder out loud. Seriously though. You need to say your plan out loud a couple of times. You don't realize how many things you gloss over when you keep everything in your head. Internal monologues are very spotty. Obviously don't do this in front of people. Imagine someone walking into the room while you're completely unaware. Talking about murdering people to yourself. Wouldn't be surprised at this point. I'd pretend to sign. That would make them feel speep. That's great until they sign an apology and try to converse with you. Then I would run away. Crying. Reach out and grab their face pretending to be blind. I may have just witnessed likely the largest brain to ever exist. I get asked this all the time and my reply every time is, it's just the way I am. I don't like talking. Yeah, that's about how I feel too. I was waiting for you to finish your train of thought. I'm not fond of stepping in front of trains. Bruno Mars is though. Scream at the top of your lungs. Sorry. I have a hard time controlling the volume of my voice sometimes. The doctors thought it was just a phase. But it still happens sometimes. Sorry. Should I repeat myself? I don't know if I'm whispering or screaming. Thank you for that laugh. Never thought that one before. Because otherwise it'll hear me. When they ask further questions, get an intense look of fear on your face and look around you as if expecting something. And after checking your surrounding, give them this grave, stone cold gaze and say I can't tell you. Otherwise, it will come for you too. If they keep pushing for answers, say I've said too much. And flee the scene in a panic. Nah. If they keep pushing, just let your head hang low and mutter I won't have any more blood on my hands. Because I have nothing to say to you. Sure. That'll stop people from trying to talk to you. Sounds like a life hack. Just say. The details of my life are quite inconsequential. If they insist on knowing more, then say. Very well. Where do I begin? My father was a relentlessly self-improving boulangerie owner from Belgium with low-grade narcolepsy and a penchant for buggery. My mother was a 15-year-old French prostitute named Chloe with webbed feet. My father would womanize. He would drink. He would make outrageous claims like he invented the question mark. Sometimes he would accuse chestnuts of being lazy. The sort of general malaise that only the genius possess and the insane lament. My childhood was typical. Summers in Rangoon. Luge lessons. In the spring we'd make meat helmets. When I was insolent I was placed in a burlap bag and beaten with reeds, pretty standard really. At the age of 12 I received my first scribe. At the age of 14, a Zoroastrian named Vilma ritualistically shaved my testicles. There really is nothing like a shorn scrotum. It's breathtaking. I highly suggest you try it. When I was just a young boy growing up in Bulgaria. What's wrong with that? Just stands there and says nothing. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. Takes one to know one. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Milk carton falls over. I have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So I listen twice as much as I talk. That's smooth AF. That's what your friends' parents tell you when you're 6 because you're being a cunt and they can't hit you. Respond with sign language. Why are you so loud? Just shout. Can you not hear them? You talk mad speak for someone in cum shot distance. Beeping amazing. As a woman, I am deaf using that next time someone asks me. Should work in the realm of yelling I'm old enough to be your dad when catcalled immediate regret. Speaking as a degenerate. Neither of these statements would make me less interested. Yeah, that wouldn't be a deterrent, that would be encouragement. Because you never make me feel comfortable speaking. Very relatable. It's been a while since I've inhabited a human body. I'm still processing your language. This one works much better if you learn to move your pupils separately and dilate them in and out at will. Best way to use this one. If somebody is staring at you, begin staring at them back. Dilate your pupils really big and stare at them like you aren't actually looking at them, but starting into an endless void. Do this just long enough to make them uncomfortable. Then dilate those pupils in really small and make direct eye contact. Slowly crack a big smile and start spinning those pupils in opposite directions. If they ask anything, then you use the lines. Something like, sorry, I'm not used to existing in this form, or what's that? I can't hear you over the screaming work well. Soft voice. Distant. Maybe even a hint of confusion. As soon as they try to get somebody else's attention, snap fully out of it and act like you have no idea what they're on about. What? That doesn't sound like something I would do. Are you feeling okay? I always let on that I'm just messing with them in the end. But it sure is fun. XD.
Hey guys, if you like this video then smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more contents like this. And don't forget to press that bell icon to get notified for future videos. Thanks for watching. Click here to see more videos.